All right, guys, we're going to show you how to arm the system in the stay mode, arm it in the away mode, and disarm the system. As you can see, this screen here, how it's this kind of bluish screen, means it's ready to arm. If it's ever gray, it means it's not ready to arm, that there's a sensor open, and then you just have to identify what sensor it is. Usually it will tell you on the screen. So you just have to make sure you go shut it. Okay, so to arm it in the stay mode, you're just going to drag it over, hit stay. It's going to give you 60 seconds before it's actually going to arm stay. Now this does not arm the motion detectors in the home, okay? It bypasses them. So this is just your perimeter sensors, your doors, your windows, your glass breaks that are going to arm up with the system here, okay? All right, guys, when it gets down close to arming up, as you can see, we've got just a few more seconds here. It's going to say system arm stay.
System armed stay.
Okay, so now, you know, people can go to bed or they're asleep, but in the morning, they have to actually get up and disarm it. They can disarm it from their phone. They can come to the panel. If they open up a door, it'll actually go into a 30-second delay, which we'll show you in the away mode. But what we're going to do is we're just going to take this, drag it down to disarm, and then we're going to put in the 4-digit code. Right now, the 4-digit code is the defaulted code of 1111, and that will disarm the system.
Armed. Ready to arm.
All right, guys, now we're going to show you how to arm the system in the away mode, which does everything: doors, windows, and motion detectors and glass breaks. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go over here. You're going to drag it over to the away mode.
Arming away. Exit now.
As you can see, it told you to exit. It's going to give you a 1-minute countdown. Now, there's two things that you actually may want to take interest in: disable entry delay and silent exit. Okay, if I was to hit this button right now and then I left my home, I would have to actually disarm my system outside of my home, which would be with like your phone or a key fob, because this takes the entry delay off the doors. And I'll show you what the entry delay does here in a minute. This is like silent exit. So let's just say, you know, a customer gets up, leaves their home at, you know, real early in the morning, and they don't want to hear this. Then they can just hit silent to exit delay, and that will silence it down, and it'll still count down. Now we got about 6 seconds left.
System armed away.
So the system's armed away, the customer's gone. Somebody comes home, especially the customer. What will happen is they open up a door.
Disarm system.
It's going to tell you to disarm the system. Customer has 30 seconds.
Disarm system.
To disarm the system. We're just going to use the 4-digit admin code, which is defaulted at 1111. Customers can change that. And your system has now been disarmed. All right, guys, we're going to show you real quick how to do the chimes, volume, and voice naming if the customer wants to go in and change the name of devices. Even though we're going to name them in programming, you know, the customer can actually go in and rename them if they would like. So they're going to hit the menu bar up here. We're going to hit settings, and the customer is always going to have to put in their 4-digit admin code. The defaulted one is 1111. Okay, so you have sounds, panel, devices. So you can come in here. This is the volume, so you can, you know, lower the volume of how the panel talks to you, or higher the volume. Then you have screen taps right here. If you would like, you can either go in here, and as you can see, we have one sensor in here. If we wanted to turn the chime on, we can go in and say, hey, you know, let's do sparkle, and that's what it would sound like, or you know, right there. Or if we wanted to also announce the voice, we can do that, and it would also do the chime. So, you know, you're going to leave those off when you program them. Customers can actually go in and turn on certain ones that they want. Okay, so that's in volumes. You can go back here, you can go into panel, and this is the brightness, timeout. This is the screen timeout, Date and time you don't have to worry about. If they want to clean the screen, they can go click that, clean it so they don't hit an actual panic button or mess anything up. They can change the temperatures from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Right here they can reboot the panel, which is kind of good to know about. You know, if a customer ever needs to reboot it, they can actually do it themselves. Here we can go into devices. You know, we have a thermostat, we have a key fob 1, there's our front door. So we can go in, sensor name, we can go in and change it if we would like. If we need to bypass that sensor, we can actually go in and change the chime on it as well through this, this function as well. So now we're going to go back, and the next thing that we're going to talk about is users and permission, okay? Okay, there's a couple codes that you need to be very familiar with. One is the admin code, which is kind of like the person who is controlling the panel. Now he can assign it to other users, but the admin code is kind of like the boss code. Okay, and then we have a duress code that you need to be familiar with, and then there's an installer code that you need to be familiar with. Okay, we're going to go in, hit users and permission. Okay, what it's going to do is you're going to see the customer's name right here. Okay. So we know that, you know, the defaulted code for this panel out of the box is 1111. Okay, we're going to click on it. Okay, the admin name is going to come up right there. Okay, access pin, this is for the panel. And so what you're going to do is you're going to click on it, enter the 4-digit user code. So if I wanted to change it to 4321, it's going to accept it. You're going to do it a second time, and it's going to accept it. Okay, it'll tell you that it's updated. As you can see, the PIN number has now changed to 4321. Okay, so now we can go back. Now let's just say you want to assign it to your wife or your husband or your spouse or your kids. You would just go on here, click it. You could put in the name, right? We'll put in Halbert Jr. Okay, hit done, and then we're going to hit next, and then we can, if we want to send him an invite, we can actually do that, but we're not going to do it, so we're going to hit skip. Okay, click on the pin, and we're going to go 3698, 3698, done. And so now Halbert Jr. actually has a code in there, as you can see it right there. You know, you can easily get rid of it if you need to, or go in and change it. Okay, remove user, yes. So as you can see, we have the duress code here. You can go actually and look at it. Okay, 2580 is what it comes out of the box. This 2580. Customers can actually go in and change it. The thing that you want to tell the customer is their admin codes and user codes don't want to be anything close to the duress code. You know, this one is 2580, which is straight down the middle of the keypad. We've had some people do like 258 and then a button off to the side like the 9 or something, and they accidentally, you know, send the duress code. So you don't want your admin codes or your user codes to be anything close to 2580. Okay? All right, guys, there's one more important thing that you need to do or need to know about and to do with the customer is you need to send them an invite, which is a link that's either sent over a phone number, text message, or through email. This is a link that will actually help them to create their username and password for their app on their phone so that they can, you know, use their system from their app or from a desktop or a web browser. So we're going to go in. We're going to hit that. We're going to hit settings. We're going to put in the 4-digit admin code, which is the 1111 or whatever it's been changed to. We're going to go into users and permissions. We're going to go into the person we're sending it to. And if you scroll down right here, remote access, we're going to do it by phone. And then what we do is enter the phone number, 1-801-885-1436. Hit done, and then send invitation. Okay, what that's going to do is it's going to generate a code. send the invitation, and the person should either get it in a text message or if we use their email address. What they're going to do is once they get that, they're going to log on, they're going to open up that link, and then it's going to take them to where they can actually create a username and password for the app.